Good morning and welcome to TLC time. I thought you might enjoy a little TLC time on the Henry's Fork River as the sun rises in Island Park, Idaho. This is Terry Short here, and today I would like to talk about relationship mapping. I've started to use this phrase when I talk to clients about their networking. So whether or not you are enjoying quite a fabulous tenure in your organization and intend to stay there, or you are actively looking for a new job, or you find yourself somewhere in the middle where you're comfortable but open to possibilities. Either way, it behooves you along the continuum of your career to be building relationships and to be networking. Probably about half the people that I coach think about networking as, maybe something they'd rather peel their fingernails back than have to do, because perhaps they're introverts and it's just not their cup of tea. And that happens. And even for extroverts, sometimes the sheer effort of reaching out to those you don't already know seems daunting. So for years now, I've suggested that people find a way to track those that are around them, that are in their orb, whether that's at work or personally. And oh gosh, keep watching. You're about to see an osprey dive down and catch a fish. It's gone out of the screen now. Sorry for the distraction. Anyway, so whether it's socially or professionally, staying in touch with people is a key way to keep your possibilities open, let's say. So when you consider all the different people that are currently in your community, in your workspace and such, and then all those are potentially in your network, it could be huge. And so a way to track that is incredibly important. So that's what gets us to relationship mapping. If you Google relationship mapping, you will see that there's a whole system around it, and relationship mapping gets us to CRMs, customer relationship management, and it's a strategy for building out your communities and getting to know your community and your key stakeholders in a very meaningful way, so that you're gathering information and you're casting your net intentionally. I propose that you do the exact same thing personally, and that you create a way to map your relationships. And so start simple. I'm a fan of Excel, so start with an Excel spreadsheet. You can do the mapping as there are many examples. If you Google relationship mapping, there are many examples of how to do this more in a mind map kind of way, where you draw the nodes and you connect relationships. And that's great, particularly if you're at work and you're dealing with a variety of teams and, very different sets of networks within your organization, particularly if it's large. Otherwise, you could start simple with an Excel spreadsheet, and you can start to sort of, maybe group together, but off the top of your head, just list the different key players that you currently know or potentially know. And every time, there's an article that I've written about networking that you could reference. Every time you're networking with someone, towards the end, or possibly the very last thing you say before thank you is, who else would you have me meet with? And then that way you're expanding your network as you go, let's say. So the point is that you do this networking. Oh, gosh, now I was trying to show you the heron that was coming into land right below the deck. The edge there, distracted again. Anyway, the point is that you're tracking and that you're being meaningful. There, we can see it taking off. Being meaningful about the amount, the cadence for touching base with people too, the frequency with which you will double back to some key players that are a part of your relationship management. So I hope this is helpful. I encourage everyone to have a plan for mapping their relationships, and happy to talk more about it. DM me and we'll have a private conversation. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm sorry.